Alright, let's give this broken run a try. So we're aiming for time, death, and then it's pretty open, but usually lightning or war. That's not a great start for our first shrine. There's a little trick here with this specifically. If you dash immediately after throwing your ranged shot, it actually doesn't slow you down as much. And that's, well, it's not massively important, but it's just a little bit of efficiency. Death, that's a great start. Ooh, and one of the keys, this is the dash you want. It just, AoE is fucking huge. So, it works really, really well. Now we can just turn on the auto attack while we look around for some more power-ups. Solstios is very good. Adept is a high enough level. I don't love taking Novice for the core things. The dash, it doesn't really matter, but like the damage spells, if you take them at Novice, the power creep is just so slow. I mean, the absolute key to this build is Gem High. And the higher you get that, the faster you get that, the better. I think I want duration, honestly, because that's what we're all about here. We got death again. Yeah, we gotta do that. Okay. That's gonna be one of our like main sources of damage. It's not the highest. There's a skill called Force later on that definitely does the most of the work once you get everything going, but that's good. Fountain. Winter, so we don't want winter. Maybe if it was a high level thing, but nope. Yes, okay. So all three very, very good options. I think need this. This is core. That's also core, but that'll always come back. It shows up always. Question is, do we want wisdom? I think if we take the high first, may as well. 1.1's enough. It's better, like, when you get it master, it's 1.6, which is just breaks the game, basically. Um, especially if you have these builds, but 1.1 is still enough to give us a pretty overwhelming advantage. And, I mean, if we focus on trying to get duration from any of those power-ups that we find, it should be long enough. So we also have this. No, where is it? It's this. So the +2 attack projectiles, pierce or bounce is also what's making this, significantly faster at the start. Without the sort of splash damage that you get from that, it would be much more difficult. Alright. I want lightning or war. Preferably lightning. I think it's a little bit better just because the AoE from it is huge, but nah, we'll try an alteration. Nope, not justice. Yeah, this is fine. Cold. I mean, we can do frost, but I don't really. There we go. Okay. So we're going to banish that because we never want to see it again while we look for the other things. Both of these are the core damage skills, I'd say. I guess we'll go with the lightning bolt for now because we'd prefer a high level of the chain lightning. But this basically means that as we move, our sort of passive skills will just delete the things around us, which gives us more gems. The key is the two. Well, there's 3 spells of combination, which is adept because it's early. The key combination is Executioner, I believe, is the one from Death, Warped Strike, and Gem High. Once you have all 3 of those, because you generate more experience shards through both Executioner and Warped Strike, it basically means that you're constantly getting an influx of gems which stack into Gem High, and you can just sprint around the map. I got this once by accident, and that's why I'm trying for it again. is just an amazing combination. I think for that run, my third god was ice, but I think it's good and it works, but it's just not as efficient. Okay, we haven't really managed to find any amazing shrines yet, which is not ideal. We also really do need that warp strike. That is very worth because it's rare to get an upgrade, but at the same time, I think we need this for the upcoming slimes. So, I don't need, but like it makes the job just significantly easier. It's also another spell that's not integral, but is very useful, or rather skill. Nah, it's heals, never mind. Which is called... What's the other one? Oh yeah, that's it's not Executioner. Mayhem, that's what it's called. Sorry, took me a minute there to remember. But yeah, Mayhem. We should have banished the Deadly Strike actually as well. We don't want that. The Mayhem. Basically, the earlier you get it, you need a few things that give cursed, but once you have them, it just buffs your damage output massively. So if you have the Ravens, the Soul Stealers, you know, and the Sickles, you're putting cursed on most things. They're dying pretty quickly, and then yep, we're gonna take that for sure. We're on the right track in terms of the gods we have, but I haven't been offered Warp Strike yet, which is slowing us down, nor Executioner. Well, I mean, I was offered Warp Strike, but I did Gem High. Might alter. Okay, yeah, there we go. Even level 1 of that is fine. It does not matter. It's just to give it the bounce and the generating the additional crystal properties. Let's see how much faster that flock dies now. This guy's annoying. It's not imperative to kill him immediately, but like... He'll just keep summoning archers and they just kind of mess with you. I'd really like some more time stuff. Okay, we will take that at master level because it actually increases the chance for chain lightnings and soul stealers and everything like that, like luck. Doesn't do anything to your drop rate, but it just, the things that you have a chance percent for, it buffs them up pretty well. I would rather that, and we hope we'll get another upgrade. It's pretty unlikely, to be honest, which is why I considered taking it before, but as you can see, the gems are now starting to stack. I don't even have the, you know, the no impediment for attacking buff, and it's just going off. We will take that. As we said, upgrades are pretty rare, and especially to expert, if you see this thing. So watch how much faster I go now that I've got that. But the gem I failed. This is one of the things. There are a few points during the game, 6 minutes, you know, after most, before and after most bosses, including Dracula at the end, where the game forcibly gives you about a 10-second break. I don't know if that was intentional to do this. 10 to 15 seconds. I don't know if it was intentional to stop this combo. I think it's just probably they thought you'd need a break between monsters spawning and, you know, fighting something bigger. But yeah, so that forcibly stops the combo. But I mean, all we really need right now is execution, and we are in a great spot. Okay, so right there. As you can see, I mean, most things aren't even reaching me. Ooh, and here we go, is the first challenge. Evaded that one, which was very lucky. But yeah, their dives are what you really need to watch out for. Especially the red one. He comes from off screen and just... Ooh, boy, does that ruin your day. Okay, these are all pretty terrible. I mean, this is fine to take at novice level because honestly, most of the summons are kind of bad. That's also okay, but like you probably wanted to adapt. But really, I need Executioner, so no, nothing. I mean, this is really strong. Okay, well, that should be enough. I mean, 66% as a bonus is like pretty much what you'll gain throughout the whole game from shrines. Or at least a lot of my runs have sort of ended around that level. Oop, took a hit, which is very bad. But we're still in it. Okay, it's important to always pick up this thing as fast as you can see. Execution. That's what we want. So it's 16% drop chance. I think it's still worth it because we need it. Um, it will make our buff just stack up so much faster because now we have 3 sources of crystals, right? We have when they get hit, like when they die, sorry, when they get hit just from our basics. Oh, I forgot to clear my inventory. Ah, you know, whatever, it's fine. This is just a show off run anyway. So obviously the earlier you get this, the better. There will be summons later. This is also an incredibly strong skill though. I think I'll take the summoner just because the earlier you get it, the better. I mean, it's, you know, every 60 seconds you get a buff. Oh, that's useful. Haste is good, but we don't really need it. And brevity, again, is good, but most of our skills aren't really a cooldown based skill. It's not an every X amount of seconds. It's distance based or attack based. So like, we travel, this happens. I mean, the cooldown, there's that one. Attack crit is very good because of our attack speed. Obviously, there's lots of spell dodge. I think I'll still take the crit. Yeah, because I mean, there is the lightning orbs that are happening. Those are definitely okay. Should I take that? I feel like we've probably had enough. I think we'll go this. We still got 4 rerolls. I need more time, so I guess we'll take the alterations. Oh, there you are. So, oh yeah, so the only thing that we have that's really on cooldown is these lightning orbs that are spawning around us, and like they're good, they do damage, but they're not an integral part of our output. So it's not something that you really care about speccing into. Here we go. Okay, so Ravens of Pestilence at this level is very good. They move around so fast and curse everything. I honestly don't like the Necromancy skill that much, but this is definitely what we want. So we are at 56.2% right now. And we're going to see if that... I mean, the thing is, I don't have that much things outputting curse without those Ravens, so it's not going to go up massively by now, but eventually, once things start really getting cursed, it's, yeah. Okay, so I need to remember that I can't pick stuff up this run due to my silliness. But I don't want to end it because, I mean, we've already got such a great start. That's great. More XP. Chains now. It's more important than that for sure. The reason we took the one that over it last time was because, so we're going to take the XP per second here, was because it was an upgrade in skill level, so those can generally be more valuable. I think we'll take Solstice still. It's currently our main output. Are we already leveling up? So 65, yeah. So the Mayhem is already doing some work because of the Soul Stealers. We've got enough attack damage that's going to be built up through Mayhem, so... see, now that's probably worth it, because once you take it at Master level, it stays there. I need to start getting some more time, though. If it doesn't come up soon, I'll start using alterations. Ooh, Fate is also good. Missiles? Nope, that's real. Missiles? Nope, none of those. So evasion's fine, drops are fine, but we can't pick anything up, and attacks hit in wider areas is kind of pointless for us, because we're projectile base. Faster is good, and life is good for us. I mean, our main problem is getting absolutely smacked, and then dying in one shot. So this is very much a glass cannon build. I mean, I've only got 65 health. Magnet Shrine, not that useful. There's no point in opening graves. Silly, silly. Okay, so that's probably worth taking as an adept, and it does buff us a lot because it's just an extra stack. That is one of the things that, like, if you do get war instead of lightning, there are some very strong combinations. I mean, blades do a bunch of damage off screen, and then shurikens proc from each of these bounces, which is like just super strong at clearing out waves, especially if you get it at, I believe, expert. You get a pierce, maybe not. At least at master, you do for sure on the first level. Otherwise, you have to level it up, which is, you know, obviously not that hard, but we might look for time here. No, we'll just use one alteration, and if it doesn't work out for us, it's a different ballgame. But let's see, if you get this stack going properly, like if you have if I had a high level of gem high there, if I had expert or master, specifically if you have master god, you just fly across the entire map. Like there's basically nothing. There's no breaks for most of the game except for those forced pauses. It just really pushes you. We definitely want time field, but at novice it's not that great. We're gonna reroll once. Okay. Durations. I mean, time field at level 1 is fine. The main things that get upgraded, obviously, the cooldown and the area. Hmm. I think I might just take Deadlock at this level. Still useful. 10% extra is still good. But yeah, so here's where the combo is kicking in. Constant flood of gems from off screen. I just search for shrines, basically. And this way you end up with usually quite a bit of power. Okay, Ravens at this level is fine because we want the cursed on as many things as possible. And it's adept again, so I've taken one of the core things. But you know, the skeletons can be novice. They don't really matter. The sickles can be novice. They're not that important. Mayhem, you should really take it whatever level. Honestly, it's still good. What are we at now? 137. So we've already more than doubled our percent damage, right? And I don't think we've had anything that strictly gives us damage. Okay. I mean, level. I'm gonna do this because we really want duration. Like the quarter isn't much, you know, it's only like 0.1 of a second, but it does matter. Alright, let's take this. These guys could just get absolutely rinsed now. The other thing is the time skill force. We haven't found that yet. If we have force, it like every single one of these shards deals damage as it passes through other people. So commonly, if you get a high level of force, or even any level of force, it'll be your top damage dealer just because every single gem that's built. Chance? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so watch this. So now they're barely even reaching me if they're coming from the direction behind me. So attack critical chance is amazing. I'm gonna actually take this though because my attacks do bounce. Now I haven't entirely figured out if that interaction works, but the only way I die really is okay. We're just gonna take wisdom. We want the buff of XP. The only way I die really is by getting one shot. So like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. The faster we level up, the better this goes. Okay, that is good. But our only summons really are our ravens, so it's not that good. This, I mean, the 2 second difference isn't big. I believe at Master it's around 37, which really stacks up. But this is definitely the next play, I believe. We can just keep stacking Wisdom. I don't feel like I need more damage right now. This thing mostly just gives you damage. It's incredibly useful once you've gotten to a high level or at Master level because you just end up with like 6 extra blessings that are all sometimes very strong. I mean, it can give you Masters. It can give you anything. Um, It's a small jump. It's only 8%. I don't know if that's worth it. It's a question of whether this will give me more efficiency. I think it will in terms of killing, because we level up pretty quick. I mean, we're already level 30. It's 20 minutes in. It's mostly just due to the absolute slaughter that we wreak on these creatures. Yeah, this is with me auto-attacking, and I'm still moving faster than your normal speed. Sure. Speeds and cooldowns. I mean, the speed part is good, but it's really only the... I mean, it's the sickles, the ghosts... Now I'll take the chain. Yeah, so like having the 100% luck is really, really good. I've only got 65% extra XP, which is decent, but it's not incredible. Yeah, my attack area is tiny. Oh, see, and there's one of those forcible breaks. I think it's to set you up for fighting these assassin guys. This time we'll take that just to give us some. So, see, now we've got a 4% chance and 9% chance, but like we'll end up auto-attacking so fast that the crits are kind of, you know, they'll be there. And same with the spells, like, you know, 4% isn't a lot, but before that we only had a 0.8 from something, I believe, which is, you know, really nothing. Alright, so here's where... Take this. I think I'll... Okay, so again, I've got enough damage, so we're taking the armor. Oh, we took a hit there, but it's alright. So this is very good, because obviously you know, dash cooldown is everything, but because my fear is just getting one shot and insta-dying, basically. Because if I can survive a hit, I usually can... I mean, if it's not the last fight, I'll heal back up. I think we'll take that again. It's really just, you know, the build that I have at the moment really doesn't insulate myself. We need the duration from one shot, so alright. When you're playing this character, you can sort of stay at range, and it saves you a lot of trouble because the fireballs don't all pop on you immediately. You know. Time. Okay, 50% increase in damage. Nah, I think honestly Force is probably fine where it is. Okay, that's definitely the go there. See, like, yeah, so this was given to me by that by alteration ritual. So like I've got rifle regen and 24% dash out of nowhere, you know. Ooh, that is actually worth it because this is it. Its range is greater than my screen, so it keeps the gem high going when I'm dashing. Like having it at level 1 is perfectly fine at novice, I mean, but like the higher the level, the more damage, and therefore it sort of combos with your lightning to zap things off screen and continue the flow of gems. Anyway, so you can sort of see what I mean by the lucky and the everything stacking up in terms of damage here. Okay, so now we're getting a bit later. I'm going to take this, even though I'd prefer it at a high level. But if you get enough of these gem high frenzy stacks, you basically have like an infinite time field. I think one time when I did it, I had master level time field, and once I put 3 levels into it, I want to say, it was basically infinite. Like, just wherever I was, there's a time field. Okay. So this will up my damage a little bit, but I'm not really liking in that. The more my procs happen is better, but also obviously an extra lifelink drain is really good. I think we're okay on luck for now. I would definitely will take it if it was a different thing offered, but okay, this next minute is the genuinely scary one because these things just hurt. You know, like I should be strong enough, but if they can get close to you, it's bad. You know. I think we'll take that. It ups the count of orbs, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, it's a 25% increase in damage. So this is generally the only minute that I sort of slow down a little bit for and don't just spam looking for places. Because if you are caught in a bad spot, you will just get popped. I mean, I've got a lot of life. I think if we up that, that'll double our physical attack crit chance, basically, which is worth it. Yeah, see, we're at plus 400% now from the Mayhem. So that's what I mean. In terms of your damage output, you don't really need any bonus attack damage. Now we're at 20% crit strike, so it's 20% chance to triple that, which is just obscene. Spell damage is huge because of this. Summon damage, you know, that's from our the thing that we got way earlier, but yeah. So not a lot of armor, unfortunately. That's one of the things that we will try and get more of. Evasion, again, not that high, but like relying on evasion isn't ideal because it's, you know, completely chance based. All right, let's keep going. See, there we go. That's the first hit. Ooh, and I did evade that one, thankfully. Ah, yes. Okay, so this should make our final few minutes significantly easier. That point two doesn't seem like much, but it really truly is. Like, I don't know that this is worth it. It'd be worth it if I had many more levels to get, but I don't. I think we're gonna drop the cooldown on or that. Making that last for a minute is very good. Now I think we're gonna drop the cooldown on time field because if we can get those sort of chaining a little bit better, it just makes the Dracula fight significantly easier. He has a couple burst things that pretty much one-shot you if you're close to him. So, alright. Second last stretch. This guy can be a problem, but without bonus damage, you know, yeah. So this is the thing. So once you've got the time field and you've got everything set up like this with gem high, like it chains so well. I'm very fortunate that I got that gem high upgrade. That normally once you've picked a gem high, you don't, you know, it doesn't nothing happens after that. I don't think it has levels. I'm not 100%, but I see it so rarely that I think it's like Mayhem in that you just either have it or you don't. So Force does a lot, but it doesn't help me in the final fight. Spell duration does. This damage increase is negligent, so sorry, not negligent, negligible. I mean, the time we're getting down there, so it's 17, but realistically we got Frenzy on. It's faster than that, you know. Granted, one of these is doubled up because of leveled up the skill. It casts pretty much immediately afterwards, but as you can see, oh, excluding if that sort of gets us, we are now pretty much. This thing is good, but actually, I really shouldn't have done this. Damn. I don't want to take 50%. That's so much damage when you're facing a boss. I guess we have to take this, even though it kind of cooks our spell duration. I mean, we could do this. It's still 100 dashes. Yeah, okay. We could do that, because we don't actually need to dash right now for quite a while. Sort of in the final stretch here. What do I need more of? Yeah, sure. Okay, so we've got the dash stuff already kind of going. We've got that 13% we took before, and then now we've got this that, you know, takes a life but gives it back. The swans are it, okay, so my heart's corrupt this time. It doesn't seem to matter. It seems like just a chance thing. I thought it was based around gods originally, like, you know, if I had death or whatever, it would be more corrupt, but I've had this exact same setup and had it deem me virtuous, so there's nothing really specific. This is another one of those forced breaks. But that's okay, because then the fun starts. This is where I might lag a lot. Too many things summoning and dying. On the plus side, your stacks go super high. So this, like, if you get this ultimate combo from the start and you get high levels of it, you basically move around the map at this speed. So on my best version of this, I cleared just, I don't even know how many shrines and stuff. Oh, it's another swan, let's see. Test veggies, I'm corrupt again. What did I lose? 10% luck, yeah, it's fine. Ah, here we go. We do not need movement speed. Evasion, please. Alteration ritual, because then it will maintain our stuff for longer. But yeah, so 15 seconds now until the Dracula. You generally can search for like another shrine, see if there's anything around, maybe two. It's a good idea to like set yourself up if there's a sacred fountain or something, just because it you know, obviously it's. Oh, so that's one of the spells that I hate. Okay, we're gonna take projectiles. Yeah, so we evaded it, but like this timing on that is just so. This one, that one at close range just absolutely demolishes you, and his dash. But see how fast we're going for this? He's alright, just because I feel like we're doing pretty well. But so we're at plus 700% damage. So that's about a 650% damage increase just from that mayhem because we got it at a good level. And when he summons, he just gives me more, you know, throttle, and we should do it. All right. I mean, this is a pretty smooth run. I definitely didn't reach the heights that I have before. I'm at level 45. I've gotten up to, you know, 55, 60 almost. But anyway, that was how to do it. Hope you enjoyed this broken combo. Yeah, so see Soul Stealers ended up by far my most force, very high, even though it was a low level. Yeah, everything like that. So I've done this a fair few times. You do need this as well, sign of the time space. I have an extra dash, but the first time I did it from my boots, but the first time I did it, I didn't have any dash, you know, any extra dash. Sorry, it was just as is. I've sort of refined what's required over the while, but I've never hit quite as good of a run of, you know, the actual skills. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, I guess, and it was helpful. Bye.